So, yeah, what I want to talk about right now is what is the point? The topic of this video is going to be what is the point of various different, of smaller piano note lengths? Now, to many people who look at smaller piano note lengths, they, from face value, or at least look from face, not only from face value, but looking at it from one perspective, their first question that's probably going to come to their head is that what exactly is the point of this? What exactly is the point of having smaller and smaller notes? Such as, for example, if you know Fruity Loops, you probably know the fact that 1/64th notes is the smallest length of notes you can possibly get. Now, I'm personally admit I'm no personal expert at this, but I'll try my best to give a bit of advice on this. But of course I would know because this is just a case of, I shouldn't say common sense, but if you do enough thinking, you would realize it. And the point of that, of having smaller and smaller and smaller notes is that, especially when you get smaller, very small, and if you have an objective, it's to make sure that you can add more different sounds of the piano to it. Like, for example, if you hit a piano note for, like, for example, for a full note, because in Western music we use 4/4 as a measuring system, to be quite frankly honest with you, when it comes to music. Um, for, you would believe it would be 4 seconds, but it's not technically. I've actually kind of calculated it. It's not technically, but for, it's split up into, every single time you play for one bar, it goes on for four. Every bar is made up of 4 sections, and that's how music, Western music, works. And the system, believe it or not, it might sound a bit biased, but it's actually a better system. It's actually technically a better system from what I know. And that's the point of it in general, is that when you add really smaller and smaller notes, such as, and not just 1/64th, but that's would be really complicated to understand. But I think like 132, 1/16th. I know about 1/16th pretty well. Besides, it'd be pretty easy to remember anyway. Like they have four note, like they have a full length, half a note, quarter of a note, um, quarter of a note, which would be 1/4 of a note, and they have even smaller and smaller than that, like 1/16th of a note, and it just goes on and on and on. And I definitely do know that they have 1/64th of a note. So that's the point of it. It's to add more sounds if you want to when you're listening to music. It makes the music sound, have a greater variety of sounds that if you had longer notes you wouldn't be able to notice. So that's pretty much the point of it. That is a point of it, and I think if you're making music, you might use it as an advantage, because obvious question is if I just hit a note for 64 notes, then why not just create a full note? You see what I'm saying? So that was just a short video. So this is going to be a short video. This is a short video just to give an explanation for anybody who's curious. People might wonder what the strategic value of that would be. Well, I guess it's just to add more sounds, to add more variety. And that's my video. Uh, and that's all I have to say. And I'll try and that's all I have to say really. And I'll try to keep up giving more information about music as best as possible. And that's it.